So today's video will be a guided mindfulness meditation using the breath as an anchor to always come back to and use a reference point to focus your attention. And I'll be filming this in audio as to reduce the distractions from watching somebody whilst you're trying to meditate. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it and you take a lot from it. And on to the meditation. So thank you for joining me on this guided mindfulness meditation. Today we'll be using our breath as an anchor. An anchor is an object that we can use to come back to over and over again when we become distracted. By noticing what is distracting us and then returning to the next inhale or exhale. The breath is always here and always in the present. You can only breathe in the present after all. So it's a very useful starting point to train our attention, our awareness in the here and now. So, if you'd like to take your seat, you can be sat in a chair, on the sofa, wherever you like, however you feel comfortable. See if you can be relaxed but alert, and begin to notice the next breath. You can count the breaths, 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, so on. Or you can simply note in or out, or inhale and exhale. Don't try to control the breath, just allow it to come naturally. We're really doing less here, not more. Notice when you become lost in thoughts, or caught up in a feeling, or any type of distraction. Then gently return your attention to your object of meditation. In this case, the breath. Notice in and out, whilst other feelings or thoughts or sensations or sounds may be appearing in awareness. See if you can gently refine your attention to just be with the breath. The breath is always here to be noticed. You don't have to think about it. Just notice the rising and the falling of the chest or stomach, or the sensation of air passing in and out of your nose. If you've become distracted by a thought, try and notice the thought as just an appearance. And if you become frustrated that you're distracted or annoyed, try to notice that as well. It's just another appearance. And return to the breath. This can be done over and over. Just the inhale or the exhale. Notice the in and then the out. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just try and relax into this flow without effort, letting the breath come and go as it pleases. We often get lost in thoughts without noticing it. After all, we think almost all of the time. So if you notice you've become lost in thought, try a different take. Take a moment to notice it fully, as a piece of language in the mind or an image in the mind, and see what happens when you pay attention to it. Can you notice that it will fade away just as it rises if we don't stimulate it with more thoughts or feelings? Then return to the anchor of the inhale or the exhale. This anchor is just to be our focal point of attention, which allows the rest of the mind to relax. In Buddhism, it's the monkey mind. You have to give the monkey mind something to do to then allow the wider mind to relax and see the reality of awareness. For the next 30 seconds, see if you can actually let go of the breath as the anchor and just rest your mind. There is nothing that needs to be thought about, nothing to plan, nothing to hold on to or grasp for. Just see how letting go of the anchor and noticing this space before, around, and after the breath or distraction is. It's always already free and here. It's free of any problems you might be thinking about. We will return to this resting as awareness in later meditations. But for now, just see how it feels to let go of everything and notice the next appearance with compassion and without analysis. We can always use the anchor or this open, unaffected awareness to rest as. They both offer alternatives to thinking. So once you've tried resting as this always already free space either side and around the breath and thinking, return to the breath or whatever is present, either the inhale or the exhale. Don't try to control it, just receive it as you become aware of it again and again. Remember, you're doing less here, not more. It shouldn't feel effortful. It should feel like you're giving up the effort of trying to analyze things or trying to think things through and just resting the mind. So as the mind has started to wander, as it does, notice that you're lost in thought and just gently, with compassion, return your attention again to the anchor, to the present inhale or the exhale without judgment. The goal, if there is a goal of meditation, is to be here and now with whatever is arising. If it's not the breath, then that's okay. Just be with what is here. Then return to the breath, as that is our chosen anchor for today. You can't breathe in the past or in the future. That's why I've chosen this anchor. You can only breathe in the present. It's always here. It's a wonderful tool to have that can always bring you back into the present moment. So just the inhale and the exhale. Anytime you notice you're lost is okay, distracted is okay. This is the practice. We're just training our minds to notice when we are distracted, and then slowly bring it back to the inhale or the exhale. Whatever is here, we're just becoming aware of what is already here without this overlay of our thinking. Notice the wandering mind, then calmly return it to the breath. Try to refine your attention. Notice the whole inhale and the whole exhale. Are you noticing it on the tip of the nose as the inhale happens, and then on your lips as the exhale happens? Or are you feeling the rise and fall of the stomach? Try and feel it from the beginning to the end. Cover the breath with your awareness. This is the whole practice, to just be aware of what is there to be noticed, and then returning to the breath. We're not trying to change our experience, we're simply training our attention through the anchor and increasing our experience that awareness, the prior condition, the condition around the breath and the thought, is always there to be rested in. It's just these two things, three things. Noticing we're distracted, bringing our attention back to the anchor, and then noticing that space around and before and after these appearances of our mind, the empty mind. Well, thank you for taking the time to join me on this meditation today. If you had your eyes closed, you can open them now and come out of your meditation posture. I hope this is the first taste of mindfulness of breath, whether it's your first session or one of many, and it's helped you to see what the practice is and how the options can be endless. It doesn't have to be the breath as the anchor. It could be sounds, could be feelings in the body, could be anything that's either permanently here or impermanently here, just whatever you can keep bringing your attention back to. So today we use the breath as the anchor to notice the mind, notice the thinking is almost endless, and that we can bring attention away from that and bring it back to something that is present, and also to notice that space around and before of the empty mind, the place in which the thoughts and feelings and breath appear in. And if that seems hard to grasp now, it will become clear as we go deeper into different stages of mindfulness, to hopefully eventually just rest as that open condition of consciousness or awareness. So I hope you've enjoyed this meditation and found it useful. After all, we're simply hoping to notice the intrinsic well-being that is available from just being conscious and enjoy the present moment without distraction or analysis. And thank you very much again. And until next time, take care, my friends.